stop me from being. And I will tell you that when the enemy works in me, or try to work on me, I'll be like, no, I'm Job. I gotta be Job. Job, you know. Because I have to stay at a place where, like my kids will tell you, that I am always relying on God. Always. When we talk about planning, because, you know, planning, we look at our planners and then we say, okay, how do you expect me to plan when my life is in chaos? I don't have time to write a no planner. I don't have time to do no vision board. Girl, my life is upside down. Tell me how to get my life out of all of this, then we can talk about the plan and we can plan that thing right on live. Let's do it. Tell me that, girlfriend. Tell me that. But the reality is, you have to write the vision out and make it plain. Because what happens is the Holy Spirit, my God, will work on it for you. So one of the things I always tell people is that, you know, when you start out and you think about planning out your life or planning out your purpose, and some of us say, you know, I don't even know what my purpose is, because my life is always revolved around my family, my husband, my man, my kids, my homegirl, she need me. That's my life. But when we talk about coming from the back seat, and when I say coming from the back seat in your own life is you sitting in the back seat of your own car. That's your life. So when you decide to come to the front seat and say, okay, I'm going to take full control of my life. But what does that look like? How do I start it? Oh my goodness, is that me? Ooh, all of me. Let me go on back to the back seat, because the back seat is comfortable. Sometimes God will do some things in your life to make it uncomfortable so that you are in the front seat of your own life. Like, okay, I'm present. You have to learn to be present in your own presence. Because sometimes we are present and everybody else is present, because we need that spirit of rejection say that we have to be the one to say, yes, I can do it. I got you. I can do it. I'm there. I'm ready. When life is happening around you. Visions to victory. Wow. When she called me and said that she had came up with this strategy, God had already given it to her, she was fearful. Like we all are. But it would be unrealistic to tell me that walking in purpose, for me to tell you that walking in purpose is not going to be or come without fear. Fear will exist, but your faith has to supersede your fear. So as you continue to walk, your faith will continue to grow higher, and your fear will get behind you because you are walking. Well, how do I do it? Take a step. You take a step and then you breathe. And then you write it out. Again, make it plain. When you start to think about the things that God has put in you, that he has purposed you with, the first thing we as women sometimes do is we say, ooh, well, who gonna help me do it? Well, I gotta do it by myself. Well, let me call my friend. Oh, that's where you made your first mistake. Not saying that your friend ain't your friend, but your friend ain't your purpose pusher. Your purpose pusher is God. So when you calling on him. Allow him to do everything that he said he was going to do. Allow him to show you how to map that thing on out. Because you know, this mind right here is full of a whole bunch of stuff. But sometimes if we allow him to map it out for us, he'll make that thing so simple and plain. You'll be like, oh, I'm here now. Okay, here I go. Here I go. I'm here. But we let life happen. So when we let life happen, what do you think? And let me, I can be very transparent because, you know, I talk about me all the time. All the time. So I can be super transparent. I am a mother of 4 sons. 4 sons. Single mother of 4 sons. I am running 3 companies right now. And within those 3 companies, I have a coaching firm, I have a customer service firm, and I have a nonprofit organization for suicidal girls. Girls dealing with the stress of the world. But what happens, broken women create damaged daughters. So if we're not doing anything for those broken women that those daughters are residing with, then what happens? That damage in today's world, because the damage in our world, we can still hide. We can still do things and, you know, our secrets were secrets. But today, There's no such thing as a secret. So what are we doing for those women? I ain't want to do nothing for no women. What? No, not holler at me about some men. Okay, what I can do, let me see how I can help y'all. But God said, no. I'm like, but you sure y'all want me to ease on over there help these men? Because, sometimes, they need a little guidance. He said, no, you're going to help women that are just like you, but you got to deal with your stuff. When he told me that I needed to deal with my stuff, I thought to myself, oh, I'm good. Ain't nothing, I'm standing strong. I'm good. The reality is, no, I wasn't. Because I had to look at myself in the mirror first. The first step of walking in purpose is to know who you are and whose you are. Now, who you are may not be all peaches and cream because, you might got some ugly stuff in there too. I think we all got a little bit of ugly somewhere that resides within us. But it is saying, okay, I know that these things are present, but what am I going to do to supersede those things that are keeping me here so that I could get to where God has told me that I'm supposed to be? What do I do? I'm going to give you 4 tools, simple tools. The very first one is, pray before you make any move. When God gives you something, sometimes we get clouded with the different things that God has given us because, flesh sometimes sneak up and say, oh, he told me to do this, but I'm going to put a little spin on, I'm going to do this, I'm going to make sure it's like this, I'm going to have women, men, and kids, I'm going to do this, and this. But that ain't what God told you to do. But we still follow through this way now. I call that the reroute. And when I say the reroute is you rerouting the destiny, what God has already given you. Because his initial intention for your life is always his final decision. But y'all know how the GPS works, right? The GPS is, when traffic get a little backed up, it say, oh, we can reroute you. That's you. Traffic. You don't rerouted your whole life trying to get to that same destination that God had told you that you needed to be at. And the reality is, when the reroute is done by you and not God, you still lost. One thing I always tell people that everything around me stops, starts, begins, and ends with me. Everything. That's everything. But everything that revolves around you stops, starts, begins, and ends with you. Now, why do I say stop, start first? Because we always stopping before we even start. We like, okay, we're going to do this, and then we ain't did nothing. Yeah. I must be the only one. Girl, I'm the only one. No, that's all right. I ain't mad. I ain't worried. I'm good. We stop, start, everything. Stop, starts, begins, and ends with you. Now, that's including everybody around you. We think that, oh, but they treat me so bad. And I'm here. I'm always present, but they treat me so bad. You train people on how to deal with you. You train them on how to deal with you by what you accept. Now, are you going to be accepting of being treated like this right here? Or are you going to be accepting of being up here? It's your choice. So you got one. One is, don't make a move before you pray. Pray before you make a move. 2 is, check your camp. Hey, somebody got said. Check your camp. Your camp is those people that are around you. Your camp is that, hey girl, that girlfriend you pick up the phone and call. But see, sometimes we don't realize that when we got an enemy that's amongst us. You got an enemy, girl, you got a sniper in your camp trying to shoot you down. Do y'all know who y'all snipers are? Because let me tell you, just like God sends a person, the devil sends a person. It don't matter what it is. Because it's there to delay you. Reroute, GPS. It's there to delay your process from getting to that intention that God has got you in. It's easy to say, but life is happening, and you stay on this continual cycle, and it just keeps day in, day out. I'm going to work, school, work, kids, work, school. Oh, I'm going to be with friends. Work, school, kids, work, school. Oh, my husband, and you forget work, school, me time, me time, me time. Where's your me time? And then what does your me time look like? Your me time isn't, oh, I love watching movies with my kids. That ain't me time, because that ain't for you. That's for them kids. Oh, you know what I like to do? I like to go, when my son playing football, me time. That ain't me time. Me time is what you do for you. Now, we all got a little place. Y'all got a little hiding place where y'all like to go and just relax a little bit. You know, I got some clients like to go in the backyard and they got it all fixed up nice and neat and they can go back there. That is their serenity place. And that's where she spent her me time, finally. So when she's out there, everybody knows, oh, don't mess with mama. She out there, she having her me time. We all got a place like that, right? Don't tell the truth. Shame the devil. Shame the devil. We have to make sure we are having that me time for ourselves if we're going to walk in purpose and being effective in it. Or you're going to be that same woman stopping and starting, stopping and starting. Oh, I'm walking in my purpose. Oh, I was walking in my purpose last year. I'm starting up again, though. I'm going to start up next year. That's my New Year's resolution. I'm going to start my thing. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. But the reality is, when are we going to stop stopping and starting? So, I gave you 2 tools. I gave you pray before you make a move. Check that camp. Now look, in your camp, if you are just starting off walking in purpose, and you know you have those naysayers in your camp, they don't need to be in your camp in this season.
Amen.
I didn't say that there's not a place for them, but in this season, there's not a place for them. So you need to make sure that you got an accountability partner. Somebody gonna tell you, girl, shut up, let's go. And somebody gonna say, okay, you ain't gonna get up, I'm gonna pick you up. And I'm gonna walk beside you just in case you fall to the wayside. I'm gonna help you up because that's what we're supposed to do for each other. As sisters, as friends, we're supposed to be there when our sister needs us. We ain't supposed to call our other homegirl and be like, girl, let me tell you about Iris. She had a mess going on. Girl, let me tell you, boom, 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 and boom. We all know who people are in our lives. So when you check in your camp, you better do surgery on that thing. You look at them for who they are, not for who you want them to be. We do that so often. Ooh, I know I used to do that in relationships. I was like, ooh, but I see purpose. Yes, he's destined for greatness, and I'm going to be standing right next to him, and I'm going to take all the credit because he's destined for greatness. Girl, step back. Step back. Step back and look at that whole picture for what it really is. You can't force a man to walk in purpose. That's his job. Now, check your camp. Because your camp ain't only friends. Your camp is family. Your camp is those people that man or that woman, that land that next to you. Who this is right here? Because you know, he told me I need to just stay on home and I'm trying to walk it out. And he told me I need to just sit down and I'm trying to walk it out. Check your whole camp. Okay? Now, after you check your camp, now you're ready. But you have to be present in your presence. That's number 3. And when I say being present in your presence, that's mean you got to come down. You know, we float through life. And then we like, oh my God, it's a new year. Golly, life just happened. Ain't nothing happened last year. I ain't did nothing. I'm going to start this year. Then next year, you're doing the same old thing. Come on down. Plant your feet on solid ground and take a step, a real step. That means you're giving God a real yes where you are concerned. Because see, you'll give him a real yes where your girlfriend is concerned. She needs you to be there. Oh, you're going to be there. I'm going to be up there with bells and whistles. I'm going to be smiling. I got my bright white. Oh, hey, girl. Welcome. And you're missing your own purpose. But see, we fail to realize that when we miss the mark that God has given us, you also, it don't only affect you, it affects those people that destiny is wrapped up in you. People's destiny that's wrapped up into you walking out your purpose. That means if you were meant to be on a platform to help women get to the next level, if you ain't on that platform helping women to get to the next level, they're going to get there. Maybe not, maybe. But not when God has purposed them to do it because you out of line and out of order. So you have to be aware that this is bigger than you when you're walking out your purpose. It's much bigger than you. So bigger than me, and I'm a good old plus size. My girl is holding me in. Sorry. Just had to put that out in the atmosphere because I think I'm cute today. Anyway, so number 4 is our last and final one. And this is the most important. And we're gonna marinate on number 4 because number 4 means it's something that we do quite so often, and sometimes we don't realize that we do it, and we do it, and we do it day in and day out. Number 4 is don't give up on you. Don't do it. You did enough of that. You did that yesterday. Don't give up on you. Don't give up on where you're supposed to be. Don't give up on what he already told you and keep telling you. Because it's uncomfortable, you ain't doing it. I'm going to stay right here because this feels real good. Even though he in your ear saying, ma'am, I'm waiting on you. Just as gentle as he could be. Can I just give me a man just like this girl? Just gentle. Just as gentle. Don't give up on you. It's necessary. Purpose is necessary. Your purpose may not be my purpose, and my purpose may not be your purpose, but that doesn't make it less necessary. That doesn't make it not needed. It's needed. People say, well, why? Well, life coaches, what a life coach do? What a life coach gonna tell me that I ain't told myself? Because I done told myself some things. Well, I don't call myself a life coach. I call myself a life enhancement coach. Because I'm enhancing what's already in you. It's already there. It's just in your tippy toes, and the big one, the big toe. The big toe, that's where your purpose is at. But you gotta pull it out. Now, I gave you 4 tools. These tools are gonna help you through your process. Trust me, trust me, trust me. They're gonna help you. But there's something that's more greater. You gotta understand what life levels are. When we walking out our purpose and we planning that thing out, we making it plain. Because you know that reroute really delayed us a little bit. So we're making it plain. I will tell you this, there are 4 different life levels that we need as women, and we need to understand as women while we're getting ready to birth out whatever it is that God done gave us. Because I'm pregnant for real. This purpose in here. This ain't just fat. My baby 10. Ooh. But there's purpose in here. But the first one is sometimes we have to release ourselves from those things of the past. Why are we still carrying it? Why are we still holding on to it? Why is it that we won't let it go to push on, to push forward? We have to release. Because only when you release, then you'll be able to shift. I've told all of my clients, and I got 32 clients, 32 women. I've told all of them the same thing. This is the shifting year. This is the year of the shift. God is getting ready to turn some things around. But see, when we talk about shifting, you have to change the way you see that thing He's turning around. Because you can't look at it with your natural eyes. You look at it with your spiritual eyes. You look at it as He would look at it. So if you, for example, I see some papers up here, but I see purpose up here because, you know, she got a whole bunch of stuff in here. Ooh, yeah, purpose up here. Change the way you look at it. That's the shift. And only then when you're able to shift, then you can focus on what it is that He's purposed you with. If you don't release yourself and then shift the way you think about stuff, and then you getting ready to walk it out, and you trying to focus, you ain't gonna focus. Everything else gonna come, and you ain't never gonna get to it. Focus. And then activate. Then walk out your purpose. Walk it out. And when you walk it out, if you did those other 4 things I told you to do, I can almost guarantee you that you will be successful. I left a $60,000 job. Listen, $60,000 a year, 10% bonus, 4 years ago. I have a 401k, and I thought I was going to another position. And you know, they didn't hire me. What happened now? They didn't hire me. And life was happening around me. Now I got 4 sons, and they ain't all awful. They just mysterious. I got athletes, and oh Jesus, help me, Lord. Okay, I had to say a little sign of prayer for them, my sons. But the reality is, things were happening. And I'm like, Lord, you just I isolated myself in God for 6 full months. And just He and I. And He took me through all those life levels. The release, the shift. When in that release, ooh, took me back to that little girl. That little lost girl. That little off the chain girl. All that in there. It's gone bye-bye. But then, He took me through that release, and then He took me through the shift. Changing the way I saw my own life. Because I thought I wasn't worthy. I thought I wasn't good enough. I thought I ain't got no money. And then I was able to focus and then activate, walk it out. So He showed me those things. And while I'm throwing a tantrum on my floor because I just left this job and them white folks looked at me crazy, I ain't got nowhere to go and I ain't got no money. What I supposed to do? Put one foot in front of the other and know that God goes before me. And as long as He continues to go before me, I'm good. I'm guarded. I'm shielded. But I cannot walk that thing out masked. So I had to come from behind a veil. And when you take all the makeup off and you just raw and you naked to yourself and you walking that thing out for real. And you broke down, beat down. Not just my face, I'm talking about like real beat down. Yeah, I had to walk it out. So I leave you with this. I want you to tell your neighbor, this vision's the victory, right? Okay. I want you to tell the person next to you, my vision may not be your vision, but we are both victorious. Now, they don't sound like they meant that, did they? Baby! Because when I tell you when I'm walking in vision, I'm like, oh, I'm victorious. I'm like, ooh, I'm victorious. My vision may not be your vision, baby, but I'm victorious. I don't say it like, baby, my vision may not be your vision, but I'm victorious. No. You say that thing like you mean that thing. For real. Because your vision may not be your vision, but your vision means something. It is necessary. And you are victorious. You are victorious. And you can do it. Stop telling yourself that you cannot. You can. You will do it. You will. And guess what? You will no longer be that one stopping and starting your business. Stopping and starting, walking out your purpose. You're going to be that one saying, oh, I'm still here. I'm still here. Walk it out. Check that camp though.